This is exactly what the New York Yankees needed, as fans have been calling for a while now for Aaron Boone to make a serious change to this New York Yankees lineup, and it finally is happening, and this is absolutely huge, while also showing that a trade is imminent for the Yankees with the deadline quickly approaching, and we're going to break all that down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here. We're going to jump right into things. As always, if you guys are part of that 67% that's not subscribed, make sure to subscribe for daily New York Yankees content. We got a ton of great videos coming out. You do not want to miss out on any of it. But let's jump into it. A lot to go over, as Aaron Boone has caught a lot of hate from Yankee fans recently, myself included, for just sheer mismanagement of this team up and down the field. And there has been one thing that fans have been calling for a very long time now, and players on the Yankees, specifically the one player who it highlights, has been calling for as well. And now Aaron Boone is finally making the change that we have been waiting for, as it was revealed by Talkin' Yanks that talked to Aaron Boone, and Boone said that Jazz Chisholm will be moving back to second base starting tonight. So the Jazz Chisholm third base experience is over. He's back at second base, and as Brian Hoke mentioned, Jazz Chisholm said that his shoulder has been bothering him for about 3 weeks. He says it affects him more throwing than hitting, but he doesn't want to use it as an excuse for his recent errors. So not only is Jazz Chisholm moving back to his natural position, but he's also been dealing with shoulder problems, however, has stuck at third base the entire time. And that just makes me think two things. One, Jazz Chisholm really is all about just trying to win for this New York Yankees team. But two, what has Aaron Boone been doing? Why is it taking so long for Boone to do this? It's really frustrating to watch, and I'm really happy that now finally we're just seeing the Yankees go back to something that's worked in the past. And I'm really happy that now we're just going to see Aaron Boone at least get one thing right, as he plays Chisholm in his natural position. So that's going to be huge for this team moving forwards. I'm really happy to see the Jazz will be moving back to second. And in the process as well, we are going to see Oswald Peraza, at least today, start at third base for the Yankees also. Now, Chisholm, he's had 212 at-bats, has 52 hits, which is a 245 batting average with 15 home runs, 38 RBIs, an 841 OPS, and an OPS plus of 134, the slugging percentage of 500. Those numbers were good enough for Jazz Chisholm to make his second ever All-Star game, where Aaron Boone will probably now be playing him at second base. Chisholm, he's had a great year, don't get me wrong. Obviously, the hitting was weird to start the year. He was hitting with power when he was making contact, but the contact was limited. But he's really getting things going now. He's had a lot better control over things. And I know a lot of fans will be worried about the fact that he did this at third base and now he's moving back to second base where he had more struggles. I really don't think that's an issue. I think Jazz is good when the Yankees are good, or when his team is good in general. Jazz is always playing the best baseball when he's feeling motivated because his team is successful. Now with the Yankees, they need Jazz to play well, and he's now going to give them the second baseman they so desperately need, because DJ LeMahieu can just not do it anymore, and Oswald Peraza will be stepping into that third base role. Peraza's an excellent fielder. He can play wherever, but he has no offense, really. He's got a 154 batting average with 3 home runs and 20 hits in his 130 at-bats thus far. He stole a base. He is a very good base runner, but he doesn't get to show it a bunch. The OPS is atrocious at a 487, and OPS plus is a 37, so we're not seeing a lot of good from Peraza right now on the offensive end of things, but his defense is very good. He's got a great arm. He's going to be able to play third base just fine, and it's a matter of if he can get consistent at bats, will he be able to start hitting the ball? I think that's the big question that we have to look into. But also, the Yankees do have Jeimer Candelario in their system as well now, who they easily could bring up to play third base. I'd be surprised if he doesn't get called up soon, because yeah, his OPS is a 410, OPS plus is 11, the slugging percentage is a 213. The numbers are not good. He's got a 113 batting average, but mind you, he did get injured, so that's what caused part of this. However, yeah, it has not been his best season by any means. It's actually been one of his worst seasons, in fact. But Candelario is someone who not that long ago had a positive OPS, so it's one of those things where you're going to see if it works. It's not going to hurt anyone, but adding Candelario onto this team would make sense, just in the sense that I don't think they're going to start using Peraza on an everyday basis until they get another third baseman in a trade. So it will be interesting to see how they navigate that situation. I'm curious if they'll try DJ LeMahieu there. LeMahieu was expected to play third base going into this season. However, he did move to second base probably because of his arm strength not being great anymore. He's got a 266 batting average and a 674 OPS. The fielding is not there anymore and the offense is below average. There's not really much to do with LeMahieu at this point for the Yankees outside of make him a platoon guy who's just there because he's a good voice to have around the locker room. The Yankees did try to DFA DJ LeMahieu last year. However, the players stopped that because they really wanted LeMahieu around on the team because they like the energy that he brings. They like his leadership and they just overall like DJ. So he's been able to stick around because of that, but he should not be getting consistent minutes. He should not be getting a consistent role with the Yankees anymore. He just does not have the stuff. It's very clear that his best days are long, long, long gone, and that we're not really going to see DJ in many more MLB games, I think, in a general sense, until that contract runs out. Maybe he'll stick around, but I don't really see a team offering him a contract after this. So we're seeing the end of DJ LeMahieu here, and look, he was great for the Yankees for a long time, and it was nice that they had him. Obviously, he had that phenomenal year where he came in like third in MVP voting, had the OPS over 1, was the best contact hitter in the MLB by far. He had an excellent season in 2019, and in 2020 he was solid as well, but since then things have taken a bit of a turn. He's dealt with a lot of injuries. He's lost that athleticism. He was never the most athletic guy, so it always prevented him from being able to play shortstop despite being an excellent fielder, and because of all that, it just sort of led to where we are now, where when you get injured and you're older and you're already not the world's greatest athlete, it's taken a lot out of him. So thanks to DJ for everything, but it is time to move on for sure here. And with all that in mind, we are going to see a lot of trade stuff come up. And Luis Rengifo is someone who the Yankees can buy low on. He's had a terrible season thus far, but he has been good outside of this. He's a switch hitter, an excellent fielder, and would be able to play third base for the Yankees moving forwards. So he's someone who I expect the Yankees to look into and try to hope for a bounce back. I think him and Ke'Bryan Hayes are both guys who they'll try to look at for that exact reason, while they also look at guys like a Ryan McMahon, obviously Eugenio Suarez. There's going to be a lot of names that do pile up in this time for the Yankees. Now, on top of all this, Gary Phillips did mention that Chisholm Jr. has a 3 OAA at second base this season, but a -3 at third base. All 6 of his errors at third base were of the throwing variety. He's made 3 errors at second base this season, including 2 throwing errors as well. So it's clear that Chisholm just has to play second base. It's just where he's at his best, and I don't understand why we would use a guy where he's not at his best. That's something the Yankees did have to rectify, and luckily they finally did. It was getting to a point where we were really wondering, was Aaron Boone going to make this change or not? But it makes it evidently clear the Yankees will be pursuing a third baseman over a second baseman at the trade deadline, which is the right move to make so Jazz can play his natural position. I am interested in seeing what goes down with all that, though, because there's been so many names linked to the Yankees, and you know they're going to trade for someone. It's just a matter of who it's going to be with all these names going down right now. I think most people want Suarez. I understand he's a strikeout guy, but at the same time, he hits with power. He's a great fielder. He does give you a lot of good. But we're also just going to have to see how Jeimer Candelario and Nicky Lopez do impact this as well. And the Yankees will sort of probably also decide off that. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Yankees.